Hi everybody! What an interesting experience we just had. Hey Jacob. Are you noticing anything different about the sheepies out here? We have some shorn sheep. Hello. I'm looking at Dodger. Can you believe it? This is Shaggy Man. Oh my goodness, hey Shags. The little ones obviously. Demelza had nothing done because she's just all clean and lovely. Look how clean you look. Who are we? It's really hard. I think this is June. It's going to be so hard to tell who everyone is now. I mean, we can see it when we see their faces, but you got to do a double take. But yeah, so this is. Hi, excuse me. Hi, JD. So pretty, aren't you? You're so pretty. You look so clean. You look so clean, JD. Yeah, this is the wool that was shorn off them. Hello, Lizzie. Excuse me. So yeah, we're going to work out what we're going to do with that. Don't know how much room we've got in the compost. But yes, who have we got here? This is Lenny. Look at Lenny. So we found out he's a merino sheep. So his wool is actually, I shouldn't do that. He's just been lice sprayed. His wool is quite thick. It's quite thick. Yeah, so he must be feeling much better because, yeah, his coat was a bit soiled in his early days when he had trouble with laying down, and he would lay down on one side and urinate. And yeah, so that's gone. Isn't it, Lenny? Isn't it handsome? Oh my goodness. What do you think, Esme? Was that an interesting thing to watch? She seemed really intrigued. Hey guys. But yeah, the little sheeps. Lenny, like Ringo here, just had his area crutched. So that's just to keep away the flies, and had the tails done. So that's pretty cool. Quite an experience. We had Phil done. Phil is done. I'll take you out there to see him later.
Hello, Phil. So here is the big boy without his fleece. So Minnie, we left, we can do, Jimmy, we can do her fleece in the panels that we had set up. And Minnie has shed all of hers, which is fantastic. Excuse me, is this your paddock? Is this your paddock? I think you are in the wrong paddock, Buttercup. So yeah, anyway, that is Phil's fleece. How crazy is that? That was on the big boy. So from Bob the shearer, he was saying he was just a little bit over what you would need to shear. So you were saying about 2 inches. 2 inches is good to shear because that doesn't pull too much on the skin. Anything over that, so he's saying this is probably 2.5 to 3. Yeah, starts to pull on the skin and makes it very hard to shear. So he's got a couple of nicks on him because, well, a few factors. And look, you can see he's sunburnt already, Phil. So tomorrow we need to put some sunscreen on him because he's not finding the shade. Phil, we do all this work, buddy, to build shade for you. Anyway, I don't think he wants to listen to me right now. But yeah, getting back to the shearing, so the more wool and the larger the sheep. When I say larger, the fatter, which Phil is. There's like this fatty substance under the skin, which is really, really tender. And like you could poke it with with a fingernail and it'll probably split. So yeah, we need to work on that. For it's all learning for us, but definitely some of the larger sheep that come through the door for us, we need to keep an eye on that and make sure that the shearing is scheduled, which we're now told late autumn is a good time for them. So yeah, anyway, it's all good. What are you doing? Hey, you're in the wrong paddock, Buglugs. So naughty. So naughty. You're all forever chasing Lucerne, aren't you, Buttercup? Eh? What are you doing? Oh, baby. You are just too cute. I came out here to video Phil. And Minnie, Phil's fleece, and naughty piglets. Hello, Miss Molly. Oh, chew! Again! Is this what happens when I don't go to you first, buddy? Hey? Is this what happens? Chewy, don't be sad. Give me a little tail wag. Where is it? There it is. Hello. Chewy. Chew. And hello, handsome. All right. I think that's it for the night, buddy.
Hi.
Hello.
So we've had a really interesting day today. It's been very hot weather lately, and we know that Phil the sheep has been needing to be shorn for quite some time because his fleece was massively, actually according to the shearer, it wasn't massively overgrown, it was just a little bit. But yeah, we managed to set up the sheep panels and entice him in with a couple of wheat bix. It was actually really easy.
Easy as.
Yeah.
Phil's a sucker.
But it was,
Weet-Bix,
yes, he is. But it was such an ordeal for us because it's the first time we've ever seen sheep being shorn, and it's quite confronting because even though like the shearer that we had, he's great. Like he was pretty.
He was quite gentle.
Yeah, he was.
Especially with Phil, you have to be very physical. Larger
He's so
sheep.
fat. He's so fat. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's an eye-opener, that's for sure.
We learnt something about some kind of like liquid fat that's under the belly with some sheep, and he had it. It's just like wobble, wobble, wobble. Right? So it's really hard to shear when there's so much movement. But so it's something that's kind of inevitable with some sheep, especially like big fat ones, that they're going to get a couple of nicks. But he's come out of this okay, and the only problem we're having now is that he's being a bit of a silly duffer and not actually getting under the shade because he's not used to it, I guess.
Yeah, so normally he would just scrape up some dirt and sit and flatten himself out, and that would cool him out or cool him down. But now he's just, I don't know what he's doing apart from getting sunburnt.
Yeah, he got sunburnt. But for the first time ever, I actually saw him sneak under the shade sail with Jimmy and Minnie. And something we learnt today, which is incredible, is that once they shear a sheep, their scent is gone and the other sheep don't actually understand or know who they are. And there was a little bit of a headbutting session between Minnie and Phil because Minnie didn't know who the hell he was.
Yes, who are you, skinny fella?
Yeah.
Bugger off.
Couldn't understand the scent that she was smelling.
Yeah.
So then we had...
Headbutts, bang, bang.
And then we had the other, 13, 14 sheep done. Well, 13 sheep done.
Yeah, the lamb plan.
The little lambs just got crutched and the bigger... Like, they're probably not quite due for a shear, but we're trying to get everyone in line with each other. So the older lamb clan, who are about 6 months old, they all got shorn. But it was a lot easier for the shearer to do them and to do them super gentle. It was really good.
Yeah. With those guys, he just like walked behind them pick them up
yeah.
and walk them back, and yeah, that was really was.
It's
an
actually a
eye-opener.
very
Yeah.
impressive process to watch. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Quite
they
a skill.
yes, and they shear them and normally drench them, but we'd already drenched our sheep, and except for Phil and then lice treated them and trimmed their hooves, but of course the young ones really didn't need a lot of work done on their hooves. So yeah, it was really interesting. Definitely an exciting excursion before work for the day. So I start work around 8 o'clock. So he came out about 7, and maybe I started work a little bit later today, but he was out here for about 2 hours maybe, I think.
Yeah, I think you did a great job.
Yeah.
Definitely book him in again.
Yeah, so and so we're thinking June. June we're going to book him in.
Yeah, so the reason for that is it's all about the seasons. So yeah, we shouldn't need to shear a sheep 6 monthly after that. So
yeah, so after June it probably needs to be only a yearly thing. We won't bore you with the details, especially since we can't record them all.
that's true. Yeah, but what a tough month it's been. Really has been really tough. We've having to come to terms with the loss of Licorice.
The cow.
Yeah, Licorice the cow, and then losing Harley. Really tough time, and yeah, a few factors emotionally. It was really hard, and having to still get up and do everything, and like nothing had happened. Everyone else needs love and attention, and then
That's the thing though, isn't it? That's the thing that gets you through.
for sure, yeah. It's you stay focused, and we're a sanctuary, and that's what we've got to do.
Just like knowing that so many animals need your love, focus, and attention. So we've just been involved with a massive chicken rescue that was orchestrated by Edgar's Mission, who Pam and her team, just the team, all of them. They've done such an amazing job. There were thousands, and I think we mentioned this in the previous video, but thousands of meat chickens kept in cages. And bits of information have come forward in time, but apparently I think the guy went bust and he just abandoned his entire fleet. All of them, he just left them. What are you looking at?
I'm looking at them.
Anyway, I think they've been able to get out almost all of the chickens and roosters, and so we've ended up here with 15 roosters and 13 chickens, and the chickens we will try to adopt out to good homes because, you know, look at these flies and mosquitoes. Anyway, they're easier to adopt out, and obviously we know we've got more confidence in knowing that they're going to go to good homes.
Yep.
But
They're so friendly.
Yes, they're so friendly. They're just like little Muppets for anyone who's familiar with the Muppets. They floppy little mop tops.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or Fraggles.
Little Fraggles. Yeah. Yeah. I know. We've had a good day. We've had a friend come and visit us, and you know, just it's so nice to have that kind of confirmation, knowing that like we've done so much on the farm. And sometimes people will visit and they're like, oh yeah, that's nice, but we had the real confirmation today of like,
nice.
Wow, you guys have done so much, and it's been really, it meant a lot to us to know, somebody to recognize how much we've done in such a short period of time.
It's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, the next thing we need to work on, I mean there's plenty, but the goat and sheep shelters, which are happening now, but we're about to launch a fundraiser for the
upgrade.
batch pad upgrade,
Yeah, the
because
batch pad upgrade.
we've got another 15 roosters.
Yeah, and everybody needs a little bit more space, and we need better fencing. So
absolutely. I mean, I set this up, the original batch pad up. Yeah,
as our friend said today when she came here, it's like when you're first building stuff and you don't really understand how it works, it's just so cute. It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's like,
It was lovely.
oh yeah, like look at me putting posts in the ground, but it's all wonky.
Yeah, and then it goes.
That's okay. It's all
I didn't know.
No.
I was not Farmer
You've
John.
learned so much. I was telling her, like, oh my gosh, now you just like tension everything, and everything's like, you got strainer posts and everything's like really good quality materials and stuff. It's like,
definitely don't want to do things twice now.
no, we've got to set it up properly the first time. That's a much better idea. But on top of that, I can't recall if we talked about the fact that Farmer John, who, you know, had to go to work because we needed the extra income, That didn't happen.
Oh, it did?
It happened. He got a job and he started, and it's just like, no. Just no, and no, and no, and
Yeah.
no.
A couple of reasons.
Yeah.
So from a farm point of view, yeah, I mean, Harley passed away the next day.
2 days later.
Well, yeah, 2 days later. And yeah, that's quite an ordeal. A lot of organisation, a lot of...
Yeah. And I was saying to John, if he hadn't have been here, I would have been an absolute... I'm going to bleep out all the swear words, but an absolute mess. And I just said, you cannot ever leave this farm again. Never. You can never leave the farm again. Not even to go to the shop. Sorry.
That's not going to be.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
do need
the other part was, I don't want to say too much about it, but I'm a big risk management, OH&S type of person. And yeah, oh my God.
Just the work wasn't suited to you.
That's a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Anyway, so definitely no. Farmer John is full-time Farmer John. And so I mentioned it previously in a video ages ago, but my registration as an independent support coordinator has come through. So that means that
It's my sugar mama.
it just means that I get paid more per hour for what I do. I do the exact same job, but I get to, it just means the income comes directly to me and not gets filtered through a second party, which means that we get to make this farm more sustainable through a single income rather than sending John off to work and then going, oh no, nothing's getting done, and suddenly we can't look after everyone.
So, it makes it a little bit easier. We still have so much to do here, and the animals
well, it makes
cost
it a
us
lot easier.
fortune.
Yeah, if you were at work, I think I'd cry every day.
Yeah, the animals will get fed eventually when I get home.
Yeah.
But,
Anyway, it's more about like nothing would get built. Fixes wouldn't happen. The enrichment stuff that we have planned, there's no time. Anyway, we should wrap it up because we're at 9 minutes.
Yes, and it's
We have
getting
to have
late.
dinner. Yeah, okay.
All right, thanks for listening. If anyone's left, thanks for listening.
All right, see ya.